understand, like, don't take this information lightly, right? So, starting off, understanding that, the biggest skill really, to me in this thing is promotion, right? So whenever you promote, you inviting and prospecting all in one, right? But, the skills even to prospecting, the first thing you want to do is build a relationship, right? You see, a lot of people don't understand, anytime you talk to somebody about business, they're not going to give you the money, the first conversation, right? You want to build a relationship up because at the end of the day, if they trust you, they'll take an opportunity or take a chance with you with this opportunity, right? So I didn't really get people in my organization because, like I said, I was a good presenter. No, they trusted me, so that's why, I was able to build a foundation off of relationships, right? The next thing I want to talk about is, stop really trying to pitch. Stop trying to pitch, to people, to your prospects. Like, learn how to edify, events. Learn how to edify, opportunity calls. Learn how to edify things that's going on in a group chat, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's about getting people into a call. It's about getting people to a group chat, an event, and actually getting to the next level. Hold on, let me see, because it's actually distracting. Let me get this off my screen. Hold on, y'all. All right, bet. Let me see, all right, bet. So at the end of the day, man, y'all drop some sevens in the chat. Like, how y'all really feeling, going until 2021, right? Like, really, how y'all feel? Because at the end of the day, like, we got 50 days left, right? And like E.Pee said, don't count the days, make the days count. So like, really, just like, how y'all feel? Because in this business, not to even go into mindset, because I know what we're talking about, but something, I feel like certain times in this business, I get a certain, like I say, certain times in this business, I get a feeling, right? And like, sometimes when I get that feeling, I know it's about to happen. So like, leading up, like with the events that's going on, I know, going into 2021, like, even everybody on this call, you about to have massive momentum in your life. You about to have massive momentum in your life, man. Like really, like, let's take this, like, information that we about to receive serious and really apply, because I'm telling y'all, like, when you apply knowledge, that's when it really works, right? But like I was saying, man, like, stop trying to pitch and edify, because understanding that everybody is not the best salesperson. Everybody can't pitch, right? But if you can learn how to edify, if you can learn the skill of edification, you can get anybody on the call. You can get people like plugging into Zoom calls, right? Just because you know how to edify a situation. We call it hyping it up, right? Another thing I want to talk about is, IG hack. IG hack when it comes to prospecting. Every follower, if you treat this business, like you treat your IG like a business, like you actually have to engage in every follower that you get, right? So like, I actually learned a nugget, at a trade house event, and they was actually talking about, DMing every follower, right? So like, I started doing that and actually got about, 3 to 5 people to close over the last 2 weeks just off of that. So understand, like, sending, your followers a new welcome, right? You want to welcome them, actually when you follow them. And what I mentioned, I got it written down. Let me actually tell y'all what I say. So anytime somebody follow me, I tell them, yo, welcome, thanks for the follow. I'll be looking forward to you trading with us soon, right? So at the end of the day, like, if you actually tell people that, like, some people might leave you on scene, some people might, respond to you, but at the end of the day, you just planting that seed, because it's all about exposure. It's about how many people that you expose to this platform, because they're going to remember, who told them something, right? Because whenever, Forex starting to hype back up at the beginning of the year, whatever the case may be, they're going to go back to all the people who actually told them something about Forex. Like, I have a neighbor, or I had a neighbor that I was living on side of in Houston, when it was last year. And, I've been telling about this opportunity for a whole year straight. Like, he just hit me up, I posted a picture. He just hit me up 2 days ago, talking about he's ready to sign up. Right? By me actually exposing him to this opportunity, by me being consistent, I got him to actually doing this opportunity and take it serious, right? So really understand that. So like, the next thing I want to talk about is inviting, right? Inviting is another important skill that we all must have. Understand that, a lot of people, the reason why, we don't get people to join our business, or we don't really get people to calls, because, we talk about Forex too much. Like, when we talk about Forex too much, it makes us look like, the robots that, like, people scam from, the Forex. No, don't mention Forex. We want to have a sense of urgency. We don't want to mention Forex, and we want to make an exaggerating statement. So what I mean by exaggerating statement, like, you want to say something like, yo, like, I found a way to make it out. You know, like I found something to change my life. Because not every day, you know, people having conversations where people telling them a situation where, you know, they changing their life, right? So understand that, you know, you want to have a sense of urgency, you know, when you come into talking to these people, because at the end of the day, like, you know, like when they see that you're serious, that you're busy, they want to work with you because they understand that you might be going somewhere in life, right? And not mentioning Forex, it plays because I didn't sign a lot of people up just by building a relationship. I ain't had to talk about Forex, you know, like the FORM method. You know, family, occupation, recreation, motivation, right? Or money. So at the end of the day, it's our jobs, you know, to figure out what it is that, you know, how can we implement Forex into somebody's life? It's not really just, you know, you should be doing Forex. Hey, DMing somebody or inviting somebody to an opportunity. Oh, you're going to do Forex? Like, no. At the end of the day, it's about like, you know, you building a relationship with that person, seeing how it can benefit that person's life. And then, you know, you having a sense of urgency and making like, you know, exaggerating statement, right? But at the end of the day, like these are some of the skills that, you know, can take y'all to the next level. Another thing too, never go back and forth in a DM, right? Like never go back and forth in a DM, because what that does is it gives that person too much time to actually like analyze the situation, right? So like you never want to do that, because, you know, when somebody got too much time to think, they're going to think themselves out the situation. Right? You actually want to get these people on a call as quick as possible and leverage the situation, right? They call it like the PS3, right? You know, present, you know, shorter plan, three-way call. You know, leveraging is one of the biggest skill sets. You know, another thing that, you know, that comes into inviting. You know, what people don't understand was, you know, I leveraged, you know, right until I was the person being leveraged, right? So some of these things that, you know, we have to get back to the basics. You know, leverage, you know, three-way calls, right? Like, these are some of the skills, like I said, that can take you to the next level if you apply it. Like, you know, it's a difference between, you know, having, when you're inviting people, having like, you know, a cold market and having a hot market, right? So understand that like with your hot market, that's somebody that demonstrated, you know, interest in your business. So it shouldn't be, you know, too hard to get them, you know, into a call. And another thing, you know, if you use the word webinar, it makes, you know, the event sound more important versus then like a call. You know, like I come hop onto this webinar, right? Like, you know, a lot of people, you know, they never been on a webinar. Or even though they probably did, but in their mind, about you using webinar, they never been on a webinar, right? Another thing too is, let me see what I want to see, right? Demand, urgency, and emotion, right? Like those are three characteristics you must have, you know, until like inviting somebody into this opportunity. Demand, you know, urgency, and emotion. Right? With the demand is the opportunity to make $1 million. Like if you don't really have, you know, the demand, and that all goes within the emotion of how you even present this opportunity. If you don't have the demand when you're talking to somebody, like they're not really gonna, like, I guess, trust you, right? Because at the end of the day, like I'm telling you, like how I talk to people, like the first thing I really do is they can hear it in my voice. Like I do it every time. I clear my voice, you know, I change it up. I have tonality about myself. You know, and I really, you know, like control the conversation. You know, controlling the conversation is key, because if you get somebody to ask, you know, more questions than you asking them, then they want a conversation. Now you really playing defense when you should be playing offense, right? So really understand that. You know, let me see, what was the last one? Controlling the conversation. Yeah, it was controlling the conversation, but it was demand, urgency, and emotion, if that's what you're talking about. So understand what the urgency mean right now. Like, you know, call today, right? Like at the end of the day, all that, you know, combining, you know, demand, urgency, you know, and emotion, combining that, you know, I'm telling you, like, y'all, that's like a little formula to even getting people on a call. That's a formula to even closing people all in one, right? They need to hear the tonality. They need to see the professionalism in you, right? And understanding another thing, like I say, controlling the conversation, like really, like y'all don't understand how important that is, right? Because you can literally take people money out their pocket without really even understanding, without them understanding. I'm not telling y'all like to manipulate people, but I'm telling y'all to control the conversation, right? Like it's so many times where, you know, it's the thing that you say out your mouth, you know, it predicts, you know, like the close, or it predicts, you know, the conversation, right? Same thing like inviting, right? So when you inviting somebody to an opportunity call, you're inviting somebody to an event, you want to control the conversation. You don't want to give them too many options, right? You know, you want to say the phrases like, you know, make sure you're free, right? Not if you're free. So understand, like another thing, you know, I want to talk about is Let me see. I had it written down. Let me see. And the last thing I want to talk about is, other than closing the conversation, is like really, taking advantage, of this whole situation, right? Because like a lot of people like don't really realize, that we control our own destination, right? Like really, if you really think about it, like think about the times when your business grew the most. Think about the times when you got the most people into an event, or you got the most people into an opportunity call, right? Like you had a sense of urgency about yourself, and that's when your business grew the most, right? So like understanding the next 50 days, we need a sense of urgency and not really sound like robots, when it comes to like inviting people and even prospecting people, because it's two different things. Even though it run hand in hand, it's two different things, like two different skill sets. Remember, like when we prospecting people, we really want to focus on building the relationships. We want to emphasize on building the relationships, because understand, like you never know what somebody's going through. Somebody like could have death in the family, and you trying to, prospect them and invite them to a call. But if you would have asked them how they were doing, they would probably told you like they just left for a funeral or something. So you really want to build a relationship, because I'm telling y'all, like when you look at it at that perspective, like this becomes, a whole easier process. Like E.Pee was saying, like, making a friend instead of like, you really trying to like prospect somebody, you want to make a friend, right? Because at the end of the day, if you plan to like build this business for the long haul, you want to have a lot of business partners / friends / people that you can go to their wedding one day, right? Like you can like really live life with, right? So at the end of the day, like there's some of the things that I had specifically, just on prospecting and inviting, right? So understand that, like I say, with the events coming up, like even on December the 1st to the 2nd, like we really want to, prospect and invite. We really want to, get as many people, expose as many people into what's going on, because, like what's good, like you the only person that's hearing the life-changing information. Understand that, it's a saying that every person that you bring until like an event, that's an extra $1,000 that go to your income, right? So like think about that. How many prospects, how many people that you want to invite to your team to this event that's coming up? So if you bring, 50 people that's, in your organization, that's an extra $50,000 that's going to go to your income. So if your goal, if you don't have 50 people in your team, your goal is to invite as many people as possible. Your goal is to prospect as many people as possible before the event, because guess what? They can do the same thing, and invite and prospect as many people, and go and tap and root into their network into the event, right? So really, let's take advantage. Like I said, the last 50 days, right? December is December 1st to the 2nd for sure. The 1st to the 2nd for sure. Like we about to like we're gonna have another flyer out that come with the address and things like that. But like really, like I said, take advantage of that. Like, because like events, that's what gets people, that's what builds the business to, in my honest opinion. Like, like I said, like I ain't really have too many skill sets as far as like trading and things like that. Like I'm not a master trader, but I know how to trade. Like my biggest thing was promoting, like inviting, like, people into like, events. Like I was always that person that was edifying events, like, yo, like you need to be here. Like this is something that will change your life. Like, yo, like y'all need to come here. Like, yo, like really going above and beyond, like to get people into situations, because I know what that could do. I know how big and how the impact that it plays on people's journeys, right? So really, let's not take this, for granted. Let's really apply the information and let's really like run it up. So, E.Pee, you go ahead and take it away and you give them your spill on, prospecting and inviting, my guy.
Jeez, man, y'all drop some 777s in the chat, right? For the fearless chairman leader, C.10, right? C25 loaded is literally a sneeze away, right? It's literally a sneeze away. That thing is coming. Y'all really don't understand, right? So Nate gave some really good perspectives on prospecting and inviting, right? And we're gonna go over a different skill set literally all 5 days this week, right? So this is gonna be the breakdown for you to actually get to the chairman level. Right, so first thing I want to go over, right, you have to understand. I hope you got your pen and your pad out. You're still taking notes. We're done with the 777s. The first thing you need to understand, right, when you're doing this, we're talking about the newest person in the business. Like your warm market does not know you as the person that's going to give them financial freedom, right? Your warm market knows the Dewey they grew up with, the Kirko they grew up with, the Kavan that they grew up. They're not looking at you as the person that's going to lead them to generational wealth. They're not looking at you as the person who has the answers, right, to get them out of the situation that they're in right now. That's why Nate was speaking so much on the edification, right? You piqued the interest, right? We showed the plan, three-way call, right? And the difference in that person joining the business or not, I'm gonna be honest, 90-something% of the time is literally in the edification, but we'll get to that on another day, right? You have to understand your warm market does not know you as the person that's gonna lead them a generational wealth. You can't get in your feelings about it, right? And when you're going to invite, prospect, right? When you're actually getting these people, right, you gotta figure out which of the 4 categories do they fit in. Right, I want to say Mason spoke on it briefly the other night. He said you got to kind of understand people and how to communicate with people, right? And so I've done this training before, but I know we got a lot of new family members in, so I want to break it down to you, right? There are 4 different categories of people. The category number 1, we have a shark, right? And I'll give y'all some actual examples, right? We got a shark, right? This is my guy, Mason Monopoly. I hope he's on the call, right? This is a shark. My guy loves money, right? He loves the shine. He loves the limelight. Right, that's my guy. If you know Mason, do he laughing so hard because he know he like, bro, that's Mason, right? He's a shark. He loves money. He loves the shine. He loves the limelight, right? He wants to be that person in the Luke Cage. He wants to be that person in the spotlight, right? He wants to be that person leading the way. We love him for that, right? The next category, we got an urchin, right? We got an urchin. You know, some people don't know how to spell that, so that's U-R-C-H.10. Don't worry about it, I got y'all back. Right? We have an urchin. An urchin needs facts over anything. The urchin needs facts over anything. That's the person that takes them the longest to join the business. That's the person who needs those 4 to 6 exposures. They're not just jumping in at the first presentation, right? They want to hear it. They want to think about it. They want to research on their own. They want to research the company. They want to research you. They want to see all they need those 4 to 6 exposures, right, to actually get involved with this business. They need the facts. So you're not going to get on a call and talk to the urchin about how much money you make. They don't care. They want the facts. They want the statistics. They want the numbers, right? What's the percentage of the ROI? How many people, drop a 333 in the chat. If you have somebody on a call and they're like, okay, what is the percentage of growth in your trading account? What is the ROI? They want to know the specific details, right? They don't care about popping bottles. They don't care about all the extra stuff. They want to know the facts, right? That's my guy, TJ. If y'all know TJ is a researcher, right? TJ will research anything, right? So back to the shark. The shark loves money, loves limelight. You're not going to talk to Mason about the facts. He's not really concerned with the facts as much, right? The facts are cool, but like somebody said, they said it's ROI. That's return on investment, right? Return on investment, right? But my guy Mason and all the other sharks out in the world, they're not necessarily concerned with the specific minute details. They don't need to go research this 30, 40 times. You tell them that this is gonna make them money, Kirko, fool, right? You tell them that this is gonna make him money, and he's interested. Interest peaked. You talk to Mason about money, he's like, what's the play? What we gotta do, right? So next, we have the whale. Right? The whale is probably myself. The whale is probably Ray, some of the other top leaders in the organization. Nate, right? Love helping people. Right? We love helping people. Like it's not, the money is wonderful, right? What we're going to get from this opportunity is wonderful, but we literally generally love helping people. Right? And if you know anything about the 3 of us, all 3 of us are pretty indecisive. Look, Nate laughing right now. We all pretty indecisive. Right, we admit this person coming in, but we love helping people. So when you talk about the number of lives that you can impact, when you're talking about, like, we love those stories about the person who came in on that last, right, and they were able to come out of that financial situation that we're in. We love the person that didn't have no family and they came upon this opportunity, right, and this completely changes. They got a family of people around them, right, the whales. And then last we got the dolphin, right? Shout out to my guy Cam T. The dolphin just want to have fun. Cam gonna do the work, but he want to have fun. I love him to death. He want to have fun. He want to get the whole family together, right? He want to grind, but he want to have a fun grind, right? He wants to enjoy it. He don't want to just go through this process day by day, step by step, being bored. No, he wants to enjoy it. He wants to pop the bottles. He wants to turn up a little bit, right? He want to enjoy it, right? So when you understand the type of person that you're dealing with, then you can get that close rate up, right? Then you know what to actually speak to when you're presenting this opportunity, when you're on that close, right? When you're on that three-way call to close it out, you can relay this information to Nate, to myself, to Kirko, to Payday, whoever's closing out the call. When you relay, okay, this person does this, they like this, they don't like it. Now we know, okay, bet, this is how we need to speak to this person in order to get the deal closed. Shout out to the lady boss, Nevaeh. She pulled up this morning, 9 a.m., right? We actually got somebody closed out, joining the business on Friday. This guy was one of those urchins. He heard it. He heard it again. He wanted to pull up to see it. Before he left, he wanted to see it one more time. And then now on Friday, he's going to be joining the business. He's probably going to do a little bit more research once he gets to the crib. He needs those 4 to 6 exposures. So I'm not getting frustrated with the process. I'm not upset that he didn't lock in today because I understand the personality type. If it was a shark or a dolphin or an urchin, he was done today. I had one of those a couple hours ago. He's locking in. I had to get off the phone with Nate, right, to get on the phone with him. This guy, right, and him and Mason gonna be real cool. He a shark too, right? He's a shark as well. He wants the money. He wants the limelight. He wants the spotlight, right? So I knew exactly what to play. He's joining tonight as soon as we get off this call. So when you understand the category that that person fits in, it makes your job a whole lot easier, right? A lot of you are having issues because you're speaking the wrong language, right, to the wrong person. You're speaking dolphin language to the shark. You're speaking whale language to the urchin. You don't understand which category they fit in. You don't know how to break that thing down so that they understand it in their mind, right? So we're gonna go into like some intricate details of it. Part 1 with actually, position, pitching, inviting, whatever you want to call it. You got to be confident, right? First step, you got to be confident. People can feel it. Like I can tell when you're talking to me and you're confident. Y'all can tell I'm confident right now with the tone, right? How I'm carrying myself. People can see that and also feel it. You got to be confident in yourself, number 1, but then you also got to be confident in the platform. Right? You got to be confident in the platform. And I'm going to show you how real that thing is. Drop a 333 in the chat if you join this business and said, I want to make some money and then I'll start trading. I want to see some results and then you have to build your confidence. But see, this is where everybody gets mistaken because somebody in the business already has the results. So all you got to do is look to the left, look to the right, look at the person who invited you to this opportunity. They have the results. Nate joined Ray's business because he had the results. I joined Ray's business because he had the results. So that was the proof that this worked. That's all the confidence that you need. Somebody else is seeing success. That's all you need to see to understand and be confident that, hey, this thing is working. When you get into the group chat and you see 400 people, I promise you, 400 people ain't getting ripped off every month. 400 people ain't paying $235, $275, $175 a month if this thing wasn't for real. Right? So you got to be confident in yourself. You got to be confident in the platform. The second part of that thing, you got to be clear. You shouldn't have no stuttering. Be clear. They kind of really go into the confidence. You got to really know this thing. Right? If you're not confident in your business, right? If you're not confident in yourself, why am I going to pay $235 to join the business with you? I can go join with Kirko. I can go join with Nate. I can go join with Ray. I can go join with Payday. Payday probably the most confident person on this call. I'm going to shake his head. He like, yeah. Right, well, I'm going to join with you. I'm going to go join with somebody on another team or another organization, somebody that's carrying themselves like they really confident, they really understand what's going on, right? And then you want to be in a hurry. Saying less is more, right? I think Nate kind of mentioned it briefly earlier. So many of y'all lose it because you want to write a J.K. Rowling's book in the damn DMs. That's Harry Potter if you ain't know. You writing a whole damn novel in the DMs. No, get on the phone. Get them on the op call. The whole purpose is to be talking to them. Like, if you present the whole thing through the messages, why they gonna get on the call? They don't got no reason to respond now. They don't want to respond now because you just sent them a whole love letter. They ain't reading it. You getting left on red, they going on about the rest of their day. Right? And so you got to understand, like, you have to get them to understand what's in it for them, right? Show the value. Show the value. There's tons of value here, right? Figure out your peaking interest phase, whatever the case is, right? Show the value. And then, like you said earlier, you got to take it away, right? You got to take it away, right? So you can show the level of importance. This opportunity is available for everybody, but everybody doesn't deserve this opportunity. I kind of foamed up. Everybody doesn't deserve this opportunity. Everybody doesn't deserve your time. Right? So you can't let people play with your time. A lot of people don't respect you with this opportunity because you don't respect your own time. So why would they respect it? Right? Why would they respect it? Part two of this thing. A lot of people make the mistake in-person prospecting specifically because you, in your mind, Forex is the solution before you even figure out what the problem is. Say that one more time. A lot of y'all mess up because in your mind, Forex is the solution before you even know what the problem is. You don't know what the problem is. We supposed to be impacting lives. You got to identify what the problem is, right? Now you can say, okay, bet, well, this is the solution to that problem. You want more time with your family? Well, this is the solution. You don't like your job, you don't like your boss, you don't like your coworkers, you love your job, but is your money being multiplied? No? Well, this is the solution. So many people just giving the solution, Forex the solution. You don't know what the problem is. That's why as soon as you say Forex, as soon as you say anything to them, they run away from you. They're hanging up in your face and not responding to your deal, whatever the situation is. Because you don't know what the problem is, therefore you can't offer them the actual solution, the best solution, if you ask me, right? So if you were walking around in the mall, right, in person, whatever the case is, first thing you can do is actually gently polite them. Gently compliment them, right? I said gently polite them. Give them a compliment, right? Give them a compliment. Throw them some clean shoes. Hey, bro, where you get them to, I don't know what everybody be talking about, right? Whatever. Man, bro, that's a clean backpack. Like, I've been looking for that. Oh, bro, whatever the case is, right? Give them a compliment that breaks the ice. Don't just run up to them and say, Forex, you trading yet? That's why they running away from you. Give them a compliment, right? Now you done broke the ice down. Now they not looking at you like you crazy. Now they not like, hold on, do I got a pepper spray, tase, something along them lines to this person? No, they're like, okay, man, I appreciate that. Cool, now you ask the question, hey, well, what do you do? That's the easiest thing you can ask somebody. What do you do? They're going to give you an answer 90% of the time. Oh, I work at Starbucks. Oh, I work at McDonald's. Oh, I work at Neiman Marcus. Cool. Like, is that what you really love to do? What's most people's answer to that question when you ask them if they love their job? No. They pay the bills. It's a job. It's a check. Man, well, what would you rather be doing? Spending time with my family, traveling, playing 2K, whatever it is that they would rather be doing than being at their job. Now, you've given them a compliment, so you broke down the barrier. You asked them a couple questions, you gathered the information on them. Now you can offer the solution. Right? Now you can actually offer them the solution. Well, if I could provide a solution that would free up your time, if I could provide a solution that would give you more time with your family, if I could provide a solution that would allow you to travel more, if I could provide a solution that would allow you to multiply your money, would you be interested in some more information? 90% of the time, they're going to say yes. I got a webinar tonight at 7 p.m. They say he like webinars. I got a webinar tonight at 7 p.m. I got a webinar tomorrow morning, 12 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon, 12 p.m. I got a webinar to whatever time your webinar is, or you can make it up in your head, whatever time you want to do your webinar, right? Would you be available to hop on that call? Sure. Well, do me a favor. This is where a lot of people go wrong, and even myself, I do it all the time. We always want the Instagram. When you get the Instagram, they still could leave you on red. When you get the Instagram, they still don't got to respond to your DM. You don't have a number yet. So what you want to do is get the number. Go for the number first. Shoot to kill first. I'm gonna be honest, somebody run up on me, I ain't giving you a warning shot. I'm just saying. I'm shooting to kill first. I'm going for it. I want the number. If I can't get the number, cool. Okay, I'll take the Instagram. No problem. I understand, you know. But do you have an Instagram? Do you have a Facebook, Snap, whatever the case is? Right, but you shoot for the number first. Now you have the number, right? Now you have you can get the number and the Instagram. But with the number, you can physically pick up the phone and call them. With Instagram, you got to kind of FaceTime audio on Instagram, FaceTime them, send the DM. It's still another barrier before you get there. When you got the phone number, you in control. You want to know why? You can spam their phone as much as you want. You send that link every day until you get blocked. You can call once a month until Dewey laughing. You can send screenshots of profits. It's going on YouTube, so we good. It don't matter, right? You can send screenshots of profits every week until they decide to join the business. Mason called Dewey every month. I think it took 6 months or something like that. Right? He had the number. Boom. So pretty much going back over that first part, right? Peak interest shuttle plan, three-way call, right? But when you're actually inviting, one of the things that I do, especially if it's my warm market, right? Especially if it's my warm market, this is my favorite one to use. I think my guy Zeke is on the call. He can attest to it. Like there's literally, I want to say we had an op call at 7 p.m. At 5 p.m. He pulled up to the crib and was like, yeah, bro, can we do a call? I said, bet, we got 2 hours right now. Go through your contact list and hit everybody with this line. This is your warm market, right? This works for your warm market. So even if you've been through your warm market, still take notes because now you can give this to the newest person in your business. That's how this works. He just says, drop yes, sir, in the chats, right? I want to say out of 50 people that he called, 17 confirmed or 20 something confirmed and 17 of them actually hopped on the call. Right, out of 50, 20 something confirmed, 17 actually hopped on the webinar. I want to say probably 10 to 13 actually stayed on, right, the entire time. Boom, now he's getting ready to smack P150 in the face, right? But literally pick up the phone. Yo, what's going on, John? Like, how everything been going? Oh, everything been good, bro. Woo, woo. Oh, man, like, yeah, everything been good and going good on my end, but I'm actually getting ready to walk into a meeting right now. But I really value your opinion, right? Actually, I skipped the part, my bad. I've been working on something really big and I really value your opinion. So I wanted to see if you could hop on this call tonight at 7 p.m., right? And let me know what you think about it. So we'll stop right there. What you just did was pique the interest and stroke their ego. Imagine if your best friend called you right now and say, Jam, girl, I've been working on something and I really value your opinion. Like, I want you to let me know what you think about it. You start smiling a little bit on the inside. You're like, man, she value my opinion. I look up to her, but she value my opinion. Yeah, I'm gonna get on the call and see what she's talking about. I'm gonna let her know what I think. Right? You just stroked their ego. You just made them feel good. You value their opinion. You know you don't really care about their opinion. You don't. But you just stroke their ego a little bit. They're feeling good. You talk them up. Now they're like, cool, okay, yeah, I'm going to hop on that call. What, 7 p.m.? Yeah, 7 p.m. So what I need you to do is download Zoom Cloud Meetings, and I'll send the link 10 minutes before. Now understand, I only have 5 seats available and I got 20 more people that I have to call. So I really need you to show up to this call. If anything changes between now and 6:30 p.m., call me immediately because I don't want to leave any of the open seats available. Now you just pulled it back away. Because now you're confirming, okay, you got to hop on this call or like, I got to get somebody else in your spot. Now they're feeling like, oh man, okay, I do got to get, okay, I can't just play with it like I was going to do initially. I told Zeke I was going to hop on, but I really wasn't. I was going to go play the game with it. No. Like, he only got a certain amount of seats available. I got to get on the call. It's really something big. He valued my opinion. It's only a couple seats. I got to get on there and see. Right? You do the same thing for the events, right? So your newest person that's getting into business, we got the big event, December 1st and 2nd. Right? Hey, John, how you doing? Man, I'm glad you're doing good. Glad the family's okay. Well, look, man, I've been working on something really huge, and I'm having a launch for it in a couple of weeks. I really value your opinion. I want you to come and let me know what you think about it. Look, I only got 3 tickets left, and I got 15 more people to call. So I need you to let me know right now, can you make it to this event on December 1st at 7 p.m.? If not, let me know right now because I got to go and call some more people. Right? I only have a limited number of seats and I got 20 more people I got to call. He coming to that event. He's not missing it. Send him the link to RSVP. Right? That's something you literally could teach. So if you have new family members in a business, right? I told y'all that a couple of weeks ago. Right now, you want to be locking in, right? New family members, specifically in Houston and the surrounding areas, right? So that way you're in the hot market. Break it down to everybody one more time, right? Nate did a great hot market example earlier, right? He did a great hot market example earlier. We're going to do another one here. You got your cold market. Your cold market is complete strangers, social media, right? All the people that you don't know from Joe Blunt. You got your warm market. Those are the people that you know. Your family, your friends, right? All the people that you've been interacting with, right? Old friends on Facebook, they're your warm market. Then your hot market is the warm market of the newest person that just joined your business. Say that one more time. Your hot market is the warm market of the newest person in your business. Well, how is that your hot market, E.Pee? Edification. Edification. Because the newest person in Dewey's business, right? That person has a group of people that is their warm market. They trust them, they love them, they know them, they respect them in their decision. Right? So when Dewey has somebody join the business, he's getting them in profits, right? They're making some money. Now he's like, let's, see who you have interested, woo. They're getting on the phone with their warm market, who trusts them, who knows them, who loves them, who respects them. And now they're edifying you, right? They're edifying Dewey back to them. So now they know, love, trust, and respect Dewey's newest person in a business. And that person is telling them everything that Dewey's done. That's why I edified Nate the way I did today, because we always talk about, Chairman 10,000 a month. Nobody cares that Nate, myself, make 10,000 a month. Nobody cares that Ray makes 25,000 a month. They care about what we're doing for other people. Nobody cares what you're doing today. Know that you care. When they know that we didn't impact these lives, when they know us as a family have impacted these lives, we help all these people really change their situation. Boom, now they care a little bit. So now they're going to edify Dewey back to that person, right? And now that person is going to respect Dewey. They don't necessarily trust Dewey just yet, but they respect Dewey as the expert on getting them to their financial freedom, on building them generational wealth. So they respect they respect Dewey as the expert, right? They trust Dewey's newest person in a business, right? They love them, care for them, et cetera, et cetera. So now that's your hot market. That is your hot market. So those are the people easiest to close, right? If you're doing it the right way. right? If you're doing it the right way, a couple other lines, right, that you could throw. You can ask around the person, right? So this works for your warm market. This works for cold market, whoever it is. You literally can be following somebody on IG, right? Liking pictures, whatever. Comes time to hit them up. You say, hey, Lisa, I'm actually looking to see if you have 4 to 5 friends that are interested in investing. Lisa's going to say, I'm interested in investing. John, what's going on, John? Hopefully everything's going well with you. I've been seeing you go crazy here on IG. I see you killing it with the Clippers. I see you killing it with the makeup, giving them that compliment. Right? You can do all these things I talked about earlier, literally in the DMs. That's exactly what I do. Give them that compliment to break the ice. Because when they first pop up, the trading realtor, they got a DM from the trading realtor. They're like, okay, I vaguely remember him. He liked a couple of my pictures. He followed me. He left a nice comment. Okay, boom, he gave me another compliment. Oh, cool. Let me check out the rest of his message. Right? What's going on, Sarah? I see you doing your thing with the makeup. Right? And I'm here networking. I'm wondering, do you know 4 to 5 people that are looking for an opportunity to really change their life? If you don't want to say investing, right? You can say something. Are you looking for do you know 4 to 5 people who are looking for a new business opportunity? Right? Whatever the case is, you're literally just asking around that person. And now they're like, well, I'm interested. I'm looking for the new business. I'm looking for that opportunity. I want to change my life. Now you can get them and the business. You get them and the 3, 4, 5 friends. Right? You get all of it. Right? Those are pretty much like my favorite tool to use is really the value one. It is the, especially for the warm market, I've been working on something big. I really value your opinion. You can hop on this call at this time, boom. Right? It's because you're stronger than the ego, et cetera, et cetera. Right? I have used the other one, right? I'm looking to see if you have 4 to 5 friends, family members, whatever, who will be interested in such and such opportunity. Right? It's a plethora of actual lines you can use.